We continue our reading of Lest We Forget, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, April 18, A Foundation for Cooperation, Part 1. I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will heed my voice. John 10:16. With their reinterpretation of the shut door and the fall of Babylon, James and Ellen White had created a theological foundation for Adventism's cooperation with other Christian bodies. Such partnership became increasingly more of an issue as Seventh-day Adventists realized that the Second Advent wasn't as close as they had at first expected. But association with outsiders would bring its own strains into the denomination that would divide Adventist thinking into what we might think of as moderate and hardline orientations. The moderates would come to favor cooperation that did not compromise the theological and ethical integrity of the movement, while the hardliners would have a difficult time working with any group that did not see things exactly as they did. A case in point is Adventism's relationship to the Women's Christian Temperance Union, WCTU. The movement obviously had some good ideas, that is, truths. After all, it advocated temperance, a topic in line with Adventism's concerns. As a result, as early as 1877, the Adventists began uniting their efforts with the WCTU. So far, so good, in terms of the WCTU. They seemed to be nice Christian women, but then in 1887, they muddied the waters by aligning themselves with the National Reform Association in its drive to gain national legislation for Sunday sacredness. That same year, the WCTU added a Sabbath Sunday observance department to its own organization. The next year, it supported the National Sunday Bill set forth by Senator Blair. Such steps definitely made the WCTU look more like it was rapidly moving toward a fully developed Babylon in the eyes of some Adventists. While having the truth on temperance, it at the same time supported error on the Sabbath issue. Some Adventists concluded that, if that isn't confusion or Babylon, what is? Such developments continued to cause concern in the Adventist ranks throughout the 1890s. Those are the facts of the case. Today's assignment: discuss with others or think about the proper attitude and course of action to take in such a situation. Why did you make the choices you did? What principles undergirded your decision? How do these issues affect what it means to be a Christian Adventist in today's world? This concludes our reading today of Lest We Forget.